Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be comparing a Toyota Tundra TRD Off-Road to a TRD Pro to see which TRD you should get. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Larich Miller Toyota here in Murray, Utah for giving me some time with both of these trucks. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. So powering the TRD Off-Road is the iForce Max twin-turbo 3.4-liter V6 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy average is going to be high teens, and then power outputs are 437 horsepower and then 583 pound-feet of torque, and this has the exact same powertrain as standard. Now with this one, you can get the regular twin-turbo V6, no hybrid, but with the TRD Pro, you can't. You can only get this one. Now, before we move forward with this comparison, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the TRD Off-Road, you guys can see that everything's blacked out there with the grille on this, but on the hood here, it says iForce Max finished in chrome. And yeah, basically it's a regular Tundra with everything blacked out. And you can see the Pro has some differences. So you got the Heritage Toyota logo, you've got marker lights on it, and then you can see here we've got a light bar there in the grille as well, and then it says TRD Pro there. So, you know, a lot of similarities and also headlight difference. There's the headlights on the Pro versus on the Limited here with the off-road package. So the Pro gets some more upgraded headlights. But yeah, same, but not, right? Now the TRD Off-Road, our turning wheel setup is 265, 60, 20 in the front and in the rear. With the Pro, it's 285, 65, 18 in the front and over in the rear. So less wheel, more tire, more wheel, less tire. You can see there's a difference with the actual off-roadiness of the tires. The TRD Pro definitely has more aggressive tires. And then look at the fender flares too. Fender flares are bigger on the TRD Pro. And then something else, we've got Bilstein shocks here with the Off-Road, whereas with the Pro, we've got Fox shocks and then TRD tuned suspension. So here's your full side view with the TRD Off-Road. It has a nice stance. And then here's your full side view with the Pro. Now another difference with these particular two trucks is the beds. So this Pro has the composite bed, as you can see, whereas this TRD Off-Road has the bed liner. So a little bit of a different setup, but everything else feature-wise is the same. So like, you got the tailgates that automatically pop down where you have this here. I will say the Off-Road has a step. The TRD Pro does not. And then the TRD Pro actually has the double exhaust tips here with the Pro. It doesn't really sound all that different. A little bit different, but not that much. And then lifting that up, you can see TRD Pro there. So a little bit of a different look versus Tundra. And then TRD 4x4 Off-Road on the side. So again, very similar with the style, but then also there's some key differences that kind of make the Pro stand apart from the rest of the Tundras, right? And this leads us inside. So I want to save you guys some time. With the Pro, you can see red stitching throughout, and then got this cool camo print design here on the seats. It's like, shoot, there's a payload difference. 1345 with the Pro. Nice pedals down below. And then you can see with the TRD Pro specific steering wheel, TRD there at the bottom, but then look at the marker there at the top. And then really nice trim all around. Start her up quickly. That's pretty cool there. Full digital gauge cluster. Got a nice 360 camera system. We got heated cooled seats, dual zone climate. We've got our 2-speed transfer case, advanced basically crawl control and multi-train select system. Really good for off-road use. Got like a camera rear view mirror. You can see this for the window. Twirl the whole window down at once. But yeah, I think my favorite part is probably the seats and the steering wheel in this, because this just looks really cool in the Pro. And then also notice Toyota right there. And when I said save you time, all we have to talk about is how the stitching is different. The seats are the same theme, they just don't have the crazy colors and all that. Even the pedals are the same. And then if we pop in, you notice that this whole setup here, even the 360 camera system, all of that is the same. Even have a rear locking differential, have crawl control, multi-terrain select. This one, so regular mirror, no sunroof in this one. The TRD Pro has a panoramic sunroof. And then this has a power sliding window for the whole thing. See if the payload's any different. 1345, so same exact payload with both of the trucks. Oh, and then the steering wheel is different in this too. You can see how the steering wheel has it just perforated on the sides, and the top and the bottom are different trim. So with that being said, that brings us to the pricing. This TRD Pro stickers for about $74K, whereas that TRD Off-Road stickers for about $68K. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood, both the mirrors, dual blind spot monitoring, throughout the rest of the rear, and TRD Off-Road Limited away. So I was just going to use this truck for a comparison video today, and then I quickly checked my channel and I realized I haven't posted a single limited review, like a, you know, Tundra limited review, just on like the limited package itself for 24. And I don't think I've posted a TRD Off-Road package either, because I looked and I had a Platinum, I had a 1794 edition, TRD Pro, SR5, I had lifted Tundras, for goodness sakes, but not this. And I think this is like the quintessential Tundra package, right? Loaded up luxury, but then also some off-road capability. So first off, iForce Max, it's got some power. So I've said this before, and the Toyota executives aren't exactly fond of me saying this, but I can't really tell a difference with the acceleration with this versus the regular twin turbo V6. Like, this feels pretty much just as quick, and it doesn't feel any quicker, if that makes sense, which is not bad, because the Toyota's V6 feels great. This feels like it might have a little bit more low-end grunt, like when just partial throttle. But yeah, once you're up and moving, I don't know, it doesn't feel too different. So I know, I think that's something. What I will say about the TRD Off-Road is the damping on it, it's pretty good with these Bilstein shocks. It's nice, it's a nice drive. The new Tundra with the coil suspension in the back end, it rides well. So yeah, this truck just drives well. It's cool. So I guess a big part of this review would be, you know, should you go for this iForce Max? Should you pay the extra money to get this, or should you just get the standard powertrain? And I'd say that I think for most people the standard's gonna be fine. And something else to consider is this gets barely better fuel economy. And so with the standard powertrain, less complexity for slightly worse fuel economy, less money. So I don't know, I think that for most people the standard powertrain makes sense. Yeah, this truck just drives well though. I like how the limited drives. And the seats, so let's talk about some of the stuff. Seats are comfortable with this. I love the 360. I mean, look how good this camera system is. I showed it in the walk around, but like the fact you can switch to the off-road mode too is cool. And the screen's really responsive. So it just makes driving this truck really easy. And I think this truck was parked in kind of a tight space, if I remember. It was up, yeah, it was by this other silver one. So I guess we'll use the camera system here, so you guys will be able to kind of see. And this truck's pretty easy to drive too. It's a full-size pickup truck, so I mean, if you're not used to driving a vehicle this big, there is a little bit of a learning curve to it. Yeah, see, look, boom, pops on the front camera. I mean, again, like, you think prior to cameras, again, once you get used to the dimensions of your vehicle, you'd be able to just pull into this space no problem. But for a vehicle that you aren't familiar with the dimensions, right, you got to take it slow, take time. But this, it makes it pretty, yeah, it makes it pretty simple. So let me know, guys, think about the TRD Off-Road Limited. But I think for most people, this with the standard powertrain, you know, mid $60,000 price tag pickup truck, I think it has all the features that people need. It's got the off-road capability that most people need, and it looks cool.